Hello and a warm welcome on what is a glorious night for football. Perfect playing conditions. I'm Derek Ray and my commentary partner as always is Stuart Robson. And getting ready for what should be potentially thrilling action here. It's New Zealand and they take on Australia.
Well, thanks Derek as always. The scene is set, two good teams, a great playing surface and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
A look at the New Zealand starting 11.
Well, as you can see, they're playing with a diamond in midfield, which allows them to dominate the central area, but does leave them exposed out wide.
And here's the starting 11 for China.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the wingers play today. Will they stay high and wide? Will they come in field and support the centre forward? And how deep will they come out of possession? They're going to be key to this formation.
And they kick off here. Just lost his focus. Throw in here. Good work to win it back high up the pitch. Wood. He'll be delighted to have won the ball, having made that difficult challenge. Zhang Zhizhe. Oh, that's a well-timed pass. Nicely blocked. Who's going to get on the end of it? To catch it perfectly, and didn't he just?
Well, here it is again. And if you are going to clear the ball, you have to get height and distance on it to give your defence time to readjust. And they don't do that. It's a poor clearance, and suddenly the ball's in the back of the net.
So the ball rolling again with the scoreline standing at 1-0. Moving it forward. A chance to whip it in. Well, clattered away. Well, let's see about the cross. Not really the ideal clearance. An attack full of promise. And that was a very fine read. And that puts them in position. Well, he keeps going. Chance to play it in. Keeper did his job to begin with. Well, he couldn't get the header on the target, but robust defending. Elliott. Getting forward. Well, still searching for the equaliser, but not passing it anxiously. Oh, could be! And it goes! The leveller! Thrilling stuff here.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
So underway again here on the back of that leveller. Zhang Zhizhe. Dangerous looking attack. And a good looking ball. Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance. Well, possibilities inside the box. And behind it's gone for a corner. And over it comes. Well, not the best clearance. And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved!
Well, here it is again, and you have to say it's the perfect delivery into the danger area. And then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react. It's a brilliant strike.
So back underway at 2-1. Tight contest here. Bell. Elliott. And the ball with Bell. And a useful cross. Oh, yes! What a classy goal! And make no mistake, there aren't many in the game who would have the confidence to even try it.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts with the delivery into the box. Just begging someone to get on the end of it. And the movement is good, making for a comfortable finish. It's a really great goal.
So back underway, the game having been squared at 2-2. Thumped clear. Dailin. Wu. And space to cross it. Not all that hard to deal with crosses like that. Sharpreet Singh. Wood with it. And he read it well, intercepting it. Elliott. Alert defending. Still pushing for the goal that would put them ahead, but not forcing it. Not offside by the merest of margins. Now, let's see what they can do here. But nothing comes of it. Now, counter-attacking possibilities here. Well, it petered out. Every goalkeeper would expect to catch that one. Elliott. Chris Wood. Lost possession. Over the touchline for a throw-in. Li Ke. Wu. Zhang Zhizhe. Options in the centre. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. Must be. It's gone in. And well, he might celebrate on the back of that.
Well, here it is again, and the clearance just isn't good enough. Giving up possession in a dangerous area, just poor defending all round.
Well, the action underway once more, and no shortage of entertainment. 3-2. Crossing opportunity, and it's in! All square again! What a match this is turning out to be!
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts off with that cross into the box, just begging for a teammate to get on the end of it. But the finish is so easy. He's given far too much time and space. He doesn't even have to jump. Poor defending, you have to say.
Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. I think most fans would be pretty happy with this man's display so far.
Well, it was a vital goal and at a crucial time, you have to say. Certainly changes the complexion of the game now, but it's whether they can take the momentum into the second half, as they've struggled at times today.
And they kick off here. Nicely blocked. Who's going to get on the end of it? Oh, a moment of pure class! Had to catch it perfectly, and didn't he just? Keeper did his job to begin with. Well, he couldn't get the header on the target, but robust defending. Well, still searching for the equaliser, but not passing it anxiously. Oh, could be. And it goes! The leveller! Thrilling stuff here. And over it comes. Well, not the best clearance. And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved! And a useful cross. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. Must be! It's gone in! And well, he might celebrate on the back of that. Crossing opportunity. And it's in! All square again. What a match this is turning out to be. The teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences. Dailin. And teammates to play it to. Pretty comfortable piece of defending. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. And a creative look about this. High quality defending. Possession lost. Wu Lei. And he takes it on. Oh, did so well to deny him. Over it comes. Well, they couldn't quite muster a real threat. Li Ke. And here's Wu Lei. Giving it a try. Well, the keeper is happy. The bar was there. And into the clutches of the goalkeeper.
Well, they're certainly getting closer. You just sense that the goal is coming. They're playing so well at the moment.
And they'll be happy to have regained possession. And they saw the situation developing. Possession given away, unfortunately. So half an hour remaining. Dailin. Still pushing for that goal that would see them forge ahead. Delivered into the box. Still not clear. Well, that effort was always going wide. He's not going to be best pleased with himself. Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match. To Aloma. Liberato Cacachi. Well, he was in the right place to intercept. Good movement. Lee. Regained possession. Must score! And how well the keeper did.
Well, that's just exceptional. He reacted so quickly there.
Substitution time it is. Who can they pick out? It didn't happen for them. Making progress. But nothing comes of it. It's a good-looking ball in behind. Now, will they do it from here? That ball was put into the right area, but no one able to capitalise. Are being pressed here. Spot on with that tackle. Superb block. And the pass not quite accurate enough. And a throw in then. Wu-Lei. Getting in there to intercept. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Well, I must say he acquitted himself well under pressure. Elkeson. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Oh, and a perfect ball now. How about this? And he's in the clear. And there is the goal! He's found the net! Joy unconfined!
Well, here's the replay. The pass over the top has just the right amount of pace on it, and there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider. And intercepts again. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. Well, they seem to be onto something positive, but it faded away. On the cusp of the final whistle, and they're making home advantage count, but only just. Stuart, your thoughts?
Well, what a game this has been.
Now, hold on, Stuart. They're in here. And it's 2 for him today. A masterful performance. The defenders unable to stop him.
Well, it's a goal you'd expect him to score, but he kept his cool and he put it away nicely. He'll be happy with that.
Not a scoreline we see all that often. 5-3. 5 minutes left. Gao Junyi. This looks interesting. Oh, really good reflexes and danger averted. And over it comes. Well, it might still work out for them. Pulls it back. And blocked for now. And there's the delivery. Just too much height on that one. Close shave, though. And the referee is going to add on 4 added minutes. It needs an accurate cross. No spillage from the goalkeeper. Routine. Well, the referee wasn't going to let that go. And a yellow card for that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a silly challenge.
Elliott. Lique. And that puts them in position. Oh, wonderful save.
Well, he reacts so quickly there. That's a great save.
Substitution time it is here. And now the delivery. Well, it has come to nothing. The referee blows for full time. It ends at a victory for the home team. No complaints from the fans here.
Well, Derek, they were dominant in most aspects of the game, particularly in that midfield area, and they also looked threatening in the top third of the pitch. It's a really good result for them.
No two ways about it. He really has brought his influence to bear on the proceedings.
Well, he did everything today. His energy, skill and movement was just too good for those defenders. It was a really good display.
Keeper did his job to begin with. Well, he couldn't get the header on the target, but robust defending. Well, still searching for the equaliser, but not passing it anxiously. Oh, could be. And it goes! The leveller! Thrilling stuff here. And over it comes. Well, not the best clearance. And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved! And a useful cross. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. Must be! It's gone in! And well, he might celebrate on the back of that. Crossing opportunity. And it's in! All square again. What a match this is turning out to be. Delivered into the box. Well, that effort was always going wide. He's not going to be best pleased with himself. Regained possession. Must score! And how well the keeper did.
Well, that's just exceptional. He reacted so quickly there.
Oh, and a perfect ball now. How about this? And he's in the clear. And there is the goal! He's found the net. Joy unconfined. And it's 2 for him today. A masterful performance. The defenders unable to stop him. And blocked for now. It needs an accurate cross. No spillage from the goalkeeper. Routine. And a yellow card for that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a...
Oh, wonderful save.
Well, he reacts so quickly there. That's a great save.
Well, hello to you from a city that's always a joy to visit, Vancouver. We're at BC Place for this game. I'm Derek Ray, and I'm joined here on the gantry for commentary by Stuart Robson. And with the atmosphere really building up nicely, we should be in for a terrific contest. It's Canada, and they take on New Zealand.
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
This is the lineup for the home team.
Well, they're starting with an attacking 4-5-1 formation with 3 players in advance of 2 holding midfielders. But it's important that the wide players come in field to join the centre forward at the right time.
A look at the New Zealand starting 11.
Well, they're playing the same shape, really, so it's all about getting control of that central area and which of the wide players has the greatest effect on the game.
And the match begins. Might really be able to trouble them here. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Steven Eustachio. Promising looking ball. Great block. Ward now. So a corner kick it'll be following the deflection. Trying to pick out a teammate. Well, the attack looks promising. So it's going to be a goal kick here. And the ball with Bell. McGarry. Chris Wood. And Chris Wood. And let's give credit to the defending. Well, he's gone back to give the free kick, the referee here. He tried to play advantage, but it didn't accrue. Ryan Thomas. Quick thinking to dispossess his opponent. Just not looking confident in possession. Moving the ball forward with purpose. Must be. In it goes. The opening goal in this contest.
Well, here it is again, and it was never really in doubt, was it? He was always going to score from there.
Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be? It's with Ward. Oh, super piece of play, but the danger averted for now. McGarry. Ryan Thomas. Excellent use of the ball as they make their way forward. A decisive clearance it was. Ward now. Kyle Larin. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. Could be. And throwing himself at the ball. Over it comes. And clears the danger. Good looking ball. A good and fair challenge. McGarry. Chris Wood. Now can they counter clinically? Wood. Well, it was such a fluent attack, but they couldn't apply that finishing touch.
Well, not the finish he was looking for, but there's another example of their ability on the counter-attack.
Ryan Thomas. I think most defenders would expect to be booked, halting an attack in that fashion. Well, he's gone into the referee's notebook.
And he can't be surprised. That was a poor challenge, you have to say.
Well, no surprise to see him go for goal, but a routine save in the end. Jonathan Osorio. Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in. Oh, he squandered the chance. And he was clean through as well. Chris Wood. This might be ideal for the counter. And they'll regard that as a very disappointing end to the move. Gutierrez. Showing patience as well as persistence in the build-up. And quite simply wide of the target. Winston Reid. Liberato Cacachi. Potential danger here. Teammates in the middle. And just too much height on the header. Setting off perhaps a little bit too much here. In position. There it is. 2 to the good now. And that gives them a buffer.
Well, just look at this. It's a good finish and reward for their pressure. They really have controlled this game.
Well, a second goal for them here. We will have a couple of additional minutes at the end here. And intercepting it. So the whistle then. We're at the halfway stage in this match. Well, we expected he would be a dominant figure out there. Every reason to believe he would be, but not so, Stuart.
Well, he's not played at his best today, but let's give some credit to the opposition. They've closed him down quickly, stopped him dictating the play, and controlled that area of the pitch. That's why they're winning at the moment.
And the match begins. Moving the ball forward with purpose. Must be. Could be. himself at the ball. Ryan Thomas. And quite simply wide of the target. And just too much height on the header. Position. There it is, 2 to the good now, and that gives them a buffer. As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far, and now the second half is underway. Arfield. Well, the attack looks promising. There's a slide rule pass. And can they prize them open now? Well, honestly, I didn't mean to jinx them. Just wasn't a very good pass, finally. And he takes it on. There it is! A goal to reduce the arrears and give them hope that they can turn this round.
Well, let's take another look. And wow, how cleanly does he hit that? The keeper was never going to save it. What a good goal that is.
Well, back underway as we reflect on the goal that's made it 2-1. Eustachio. And the emphasis is on creativity. He could pick out a teammate. Steven Eustachio. This looks interesting. Delivered into the area here. Defensive excellence there. Well, not the pass he had in mind. Could be threatening. Wonderful chance. And a really powerful effort, but just over the top. Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match. Elliott. And the ball with Bell. Elliott. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Fine sequence of passes. And the pass was just that little bit off. Nearly found its target. The attacking options appear plentiful. And the flag raised. Offside it is. Elliott. And that's great work to keep it in play. Costa Barbarouses. And there's the feed into the box. Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance. They couldn't maintain possession. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. Can he put it away? Superb save.
Well, he should score, of course, but that's a brilliant save.
And time for the change now. Who's going to get on the end of it? Well, he failed to get it away properly. Danger averted for now. Kyle Larin. Will they get themselves level here? The crossbar got in the way.
Well, they were so close to the equaliser there. They're certainly a bit unlucky, but they need to make more of these chances.
And a fine stop.
Well, the crowd are doing their bit. Can they find the equaliser here?
And it is substitution time at this juncture, not just from one side, but from both. So the corner played into the box. Goalkeeper's ball, it was always going to be that way. Ryan Thomas. Wood. Able to skip past his man. Maybe breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one.
Well, just listen to this crowd. They want a bit more. They know there's still plenty of time to find an equaliser. Surely they get another chance. Maybe two.
Well, no stopping him. Firing it towards goal. Oh, goodness me, he's hit the post. The pressure was high, and they could be in here. What late excitement. And the match is level.
Well, let's see this again. He tries to run out with the ball. He has the ball taken off of him. He's made the wrong decision, and suddenly the ball's in the back of the net. Terrible defending.
Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. So underway again at 2-2. Five minutes remaining and level pegging here. Rojas. Still pushing for what could be a winner. And the goalkeeper will claim it. Arfield. It's with Larin. Can they forge ahead? Well, they've gone and missed a wonderful chance.
Well, with time running out, you couldn't ask for a better opportunity. I just can't see them getting another one now.
Costa Barbarouses. There will be 3 minutes added on at the end. There to win it back. Chris Wood. Oh, lovely ball. Well, nothing comes of it. And Chris Wood. And so the final whistle is sounded, and this game will go into the history books recorded as a draw. What do you think the visitors will feel about what they put into the game?
Well, Derek, it's a horrible feeling when you concede so late in the game. They thought they had the game won, but a lack of concentration has cost them dear here.
Well, you know, when our colleagues in the newspapers come out with their grades for this match, he's going to get very high marks.
Well, what a brilliant display that was. He was so clinical in front of goal. Unfortunately, the rest of the team couldn't match his quality, could they?
Moving the ball forward with purpose. Must be! Himself at the ball. Ryan Thomas. And quite simply wide of the target. And just too much height on the header. In position. Two to the good now, and that gives them a buffer. And he takes it on. There it is! A goal to reduce the arrears and give them hope that they can turn this round. Could be threatening. Wonderful chance. And a really powerful effort, but just over the top. Can he put it away? Superb save.
Well, he should score, of course, but that's a brilliant save.
And a fine stop.
Well, the crowd are doing their bit. Can they find the equaliser here?
The pressure was high, and they could be in here. What late excitement, and the match is level.